Hello, I'm Ian Beavis and welcome to AMCI's Los Angeles headquarters. This is going to be a new weekly video called This is Important that's going to be covering stories on the auto industry and on marketing in the auto industry that, despite the fact there's a ton of stuff out there, there's a lot that gets missed. And so we're going to talk about what it is that we want to discuss, and then we're going to tell you why it's important to you. PSA and FCA are merging to form the number 4 auto company in the world, behind Volkswagen, Toyota and Renault-Nissan. This is huge. The devil's in the details. First of all, while this is a merger, the reality is, from a management standpoint, largely this is a takeover by PSA of FCA. There are many moving pieces here. The unions across 5 countries are going to be involved. You've got the ownership stakes of the Chinese, the French government and various other shareholders. You've got the Elkann/Agnelli family and the Peugeot families in the mix. You've got massive overcapacity in Europe. You've got a train wreck for both brands in China that they've got to fix. You've got luxury portfolio that has to be fixed because it's not performing the way it needs to for either brand. And you've got then the mixture of old platforms and new platforms that have to be fixed. So what you're going to see and what you need to be watching for here is, how will the retail environment change with PSA in control, particularly in the United States? How will the product mix change? How quickly will FCA get into electrification, because they need to? And what is going to be done with the massive overcapacity? And how will the management meld? Lots to watch. This is the first time we're going to talk about airless tyres, but it will not be the last. This is probably the biggest change in tyre technology since the radial. They've been around for a while, but they're going to be becoming increasingly important because of autonomy. Why? Because autonomous vehicles, when they get fully going, are going to be on the road 80% of the time rather than the 20% cars are today. In that environment, you want anything that's going to interfere with the operation of the vehicle to be suppressed. Punctures are one of those things. Airless tyres don't get punctures, but the only thing that they've got going for them at the moment is that they have puncture resistance. They have lots of other problems. But once we get into autonomous vehicles and we get into purpose-built autonomous vehicles, many of the problems of these tyres in terms of their ride quality and noise will go away. There are 4 companies in the field. It was invented by Michelin. There are people paying big attention to this. They're in commercial vehicles already and being very, very successful. They're on smaller vehicles. This is an important development in tyres, and autonomy is going to drive a far more sophisticated and far more market-ready approach for them. Pay attention to them. Thank you for watching. This is the first of many weekly episodes. This is as much for you as it is for us. Send us your comments. Send us your leads on stories. Tell us what you'd like us to really investigate. We're all ears and we're open to any suggestions you may have, and we will respond to any comments we do receive. Talk to you next week.